In this video, you will find out 3 Malaysia stocks that are about to bounce back and rally up as the Wyckoff accumulation structures near completion. So let's get started now. The first stock is Freight. So Freight Management Holdings Berhad. So at the first glance, definitely is a very strong and nice uptrend. So take a look at the last portion of this up run. So it's a bit of the climatic nature and volume has been expanding and this is not sustainable, and subsequently we can see that there is a reaction down. So it's kind of like a three-stage reaction. So this is the first leg down. We can see that the spread is huge, big spread, bearish bar, and subsequently this is the second leg down, and the spread has been decreasing, so suggesting that the volatility has been decreasing throughout, and also the supply has been decreasing. And take a look at the third leg. So this is the third leg. So we can see that the thrust to the downside is getting shorter and shorter. So this is shortening of the downward thrust. If you just take a look at this, this is supply and has been decreasing throughout. So this is a very bullish structure, and what we can expect is some sort of the rally which actually started right there, and volume has been expanding, and eventually it had a pullback. So this is kind of a backup action, and that sort of completed this portion of the accumulation right there. And eventually we definitely want to see some movement to the upside, which happened right at this breakout bar. So there's a spike of the volume suggesting both increase of the demand and also the supply. So in this case, supply has been coming in the next bar and also subsequently. So this is the reaction that we can anticipate. And right now, this sort of the reaction seems like completed. So this is the first reaction down, and subsequently you can see that we have another test. So eventually it's attempting to reverse right there. So if we take this as a sign of strength rally, and that's the kind of a backup action, I think this could be the first type of the reversal confirmation, and it could just travel to at least test the swing high level near 2, and if it can just break out showing some kind of the bullish breakout bar, that could be another long type of the signal. So anyway, I think right now at this moment, if you can just commit above this maybe 1.82 or 83, so that could become a nice long entry. So this is the first type of the reversal. So second type of the long entry could be this breakout bar above 2. All right, so that is freight and is very bullish structure. Okay, so before I go to the next stock, if you so far enjoyed the video and find it useful, just appreciate if you can just like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That would mean a lot to me. Alright, so let's continue. Okay, this is ENGTEX. Alright, so before I jump straight in, let's just zoom out and take a look of the holistic view. So one thing that stands out to me is definitely the volume right there. So the volume actually becomes very active since late of last year. So you can see that prior to that, this sort of the volume is kind of on the low side, unlike this aggressive type of the volume come in. So let me just zoom in of the recent price section. Okay, so here we go. So last year started this December. So we can see that there is a breaking out of the previous. I think there's pretty much negligible volume, and that is the breaking up process, and subsequently we see another push up, and eventually it just settle within this apex formation. So during this apex formation, we can see that the volume has been decreasing throughout, especially at a later stage of the triangle or the apex. So take a look at this. And apart from that, look at the volatility. So the price spread is become very small, and similarly, this is sort of a negligible of the volume, suggesting that supply is being exhausted. So that's why we can anticipate some kind of the up move. And currently, is just having this acceleration to the upside. So this is a climatic up move with the spike of the volume. So the spike of the volume equals to increase of both supply and demand. And in this case, we see some form of the supply tail. And subsequently, the next two bar are also the testing bar. Still, we have relatively high supply level. So right now, there is a few ways to trade this or to tackle this. Let's just zoom into the hourly time frame. So you can see that the hourly time frame, this is probably the important bar, and that's why I just put a level right there, somewhere around maybe 91 or 905. So as long as you can commit to the upside above this 905, I think that could be a nice long entry. Otherwise, we might need to wait some more time and let the price to settle down and forming a trading range before you can just breaking out to the upside. So far, definitely not the time to jump in right there. We still need to wait and see how the price actually unfold. And if you can just have continue to move on with the decreasing spread, so that could be a very nice long entry with the decreasing of the supply level, way of the supply absorption. Otherwise, wait for this kind of the commitment to the upside above 91 cent. So breakout entry could be a long entry. All right, so next stock is TSH. So let me just zoom out and have a look at TSH. To be honest, TSH has been a laggard. So this is the COVID sell-off. Don't really see much volume on the way down. However, we definitely see some form of the volume picking up on the way up, and eventually just settle within this accumulation range, the potential accumulation range. So let me just zoom in of this portion right here. So you can see that this potential accumulation range, first, we have a very aggressive up move that comes with expanding of the volume, suggesting aggressive demand. Subsequently, overall, we can see that supply has been decreasing. So in this chart, I probably will want to separate into a few segments. So this is the first segment. This is probably the second segment, and that will be the third segment. So that is in terms of their texture. So you can see that the price movement or the volatility is high in this portion. Subsequently, it has been reduced into this middle portion, and eventually is reduced even a bit further into the third portion. So this is one way to look at the price action. And right after that, we seen this sign of strength rally. Volume has been expanding to the upside. And the last bar is not very good because I definitely see some form of the rejection tail, and supply has been uh, expanding, or the volume has been expanding with the supply tail, suggesting that there is a manifestation of the supply. So we definitely need to wait a few moments and to see how it can resolve itself out. However, if you just take a closer look at this bar here, so again, we have seen that volume has been increasing. That comes with the increasing of the supply tail, and this is sort of a attempt to break out, but it did not become successful at the first attempt. Instead, it has another reaction, but there's no follow through to the downside. It formed a higher low. So this is a low, low. So this is definitely a higher low. So this is a bullish sign. And right now, in this last bar, we also see this kind of the rejection tail. So we'll want to wait for some kind of the pullback. Maybe we'll just test this previous resistance. Now turn the support level somewhere around 1.15, and if you can just hold there and reverse from there, then it could be a nice long entry. Otherwise, wait for some kind of the breakout to the upside. Maybe we'll just need to break above 1.25 and can enter long. So this is a potential bullish accumulation range structure, TSH. And if you can just continue to the upside, then I think the immediate resistance level, that will be maybe this level first, 1.37, and subsequently it should just test this 1.5. All right. So this is TSH, and I think it's a very bullish structure. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to find out more of these type of stocks that are great for trading, check out the video that's shown on the screen right now. And also do remember to get my exclusive update via the email for the trading and investing ideas for free. So the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.